Welcome to Sports Jam!
Everybody get up, it's time for sports now.
We got a real show going down.
Welcome to the Sports Jam.
So it's your chance, talk and rant.
It's the Sports Jam.
All right. Hey man, you can't get any better than that.
All right, hey region, welcome to the Sports Jam here on AM 1230 WJOB. Mike Zajac here.
Joe Rourke behind you from Cherville.
I'm from Griffith. What's going on, Joe?
Lake Central grad.
Griffith grad, 08.
09 for me.
All right.
Ball State right now, one more semester.
Yeah, one more for me at Indiana State. What's going on with the Sox?
Well, the date today is Thursday, July 11th, and we got some somewhat breaking news right now.
We do?
Yep. The Sox and the Tigers are playing, and the Tigers pitcher just threw behind Alexi Ramirez, and the benches were cleared.
Ooh.
No punches thrown. Nobody actually got hit with the pitch. Sale threw a pitch at Fielder a couple innings prior, and Fielder, he threw it really close to his head, like right at his shoulder, but he missed him. Fielder kind of got mad and, mean mugged him a little bit.
Right.
And then Josh Fegley from IU grad, who just got called up last weekend, he hit a home run, a grand slam, a few minutes ago. And they brought in a new pitcher after that.
Yeah.
And that pitcher on his very first pitch threw a fastball right behind Alexi. And Alexi started started walking towards the pitcher, pointing his finger at him, yelling something in Spanish that he probably didn't understand.
Right.
And then the benches cleared, and Leland got tossed immediately.
Right.
And the pitcher got tossed immediately as well. Looked like we already got a caller.
Yeah, let's take this call right here. Hey, you're on the air. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Joe.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, I got a little bit of sports history for you there, if I can share this.
Yep.
Yeah, do you mind there? Yeah, okay. Am I on the air there?
Yeah, you're on the air.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, today in shooting sports history, Aaron Burr killed Alexander Hamilton
Really?
in a duel. And I was wondering if I could get your opinions there on how come they don't bring manly sports back, like dueling with pistols.
Yeah, and man versus bear fighting, that should be back as well.
Well, no,
Boxing,
none of that bear baiting stuff. That's cruel to the bear. But how come they don't have guys, shooting each other, in duels? You walk 10 paces, turn around, and shoot the guy.
And this is Joe the K calling?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you want to call me there, sweet cups. That's fine there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You like hot dogs?
Is this a trick question?
Yeah, no. You like hot dogs?
Yeah, we all love hot dogs.
You got soft hands there?
Yeah.
Is that good? So how come they don't bring back dueling? I think it should be like an Olympic sport. Probably make the Olympics.
You should bring it up with
with
the Olympic Committee.
Well, I want your opinion there. What do you think?
That's my opinion. You should bring it up with the Olympic Committee.
That's not no opinion. That's a command. I didn't call you to give commands. Who the hell do you think you are there giving me commands over the phone?
I don't know. You're right, sir. I don't know who I am, Joe the K.
Click.
You should talk to Big George and Larry the K. Is he gone? He's gone.
Yeah,
Right.
We should see them duel at some point.
Yeah, they should.
They should do a.
Did you ever get into a brawl during a baseball game? Or
No, I did. However, in our softball games, I've been playing softball for 5 or 6 years. It was actually just a few weeks ago. We beat some team, and they were not happy about it. And we had been saying some trash back and forth to them. And towards the end of the game, when we all went to shake hands, a couple of their players had to be restrained and held back from shaking hands because they said I can't quote, but there were some F words in there, and they said
Right.
that they would effing hit one of us if they had to shake our hands. And then we went to the parking lot, and they were all kind of in
That's
a
where it
group.
got started? That's where the brawl actually got started?
No, there wasn't a brawl at all.
No,
They
huh?
were just kind of staring us down as we walked past them in the parking lot, but nothing ended up happening.
Mm.
But yeah, that's my story of brawls and whatnot. What do you got for us?
For brawls?
Yeah.
For brawls? I believe Babe Ruth League at Griffith. I think my 15-year-old league. We had a game. We were down I don't know, 20 runs. And we were so bad, our team was. And last game of the season, my coaches got ticked off. And the other coach was just sending their players after a pass ball every time, So coach is shaking hands. He's getting into, he's shoving the other coach. And I run out there, and I'm just like, I'm ticked off. It was my last game of Babe Ruth.
Right. Screw it.
Screw it. Exactly. So I'm pushing the ump too. And then my coach is like, whoa. You're a kid. Just get back here. And I was ticked, but no punches were.
No punches thrown?
No punches, just some shoving.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. Oh, well.
So, anyway, the Sox game is 5-3 right now. The benches have gotten back into their dugout. The benches? No, the players have gotten back to their benches. And play has resumed. It is a 5-3 White Sox lead right now. Last night, the White Sox lost, however, 8-5 to the Tigers. Axelrod pitched 5 2/3 innings, allowed 11 hits, 7 earned runs, 2 walks, and only 3 strikeouts. He has been terrible of late. Since June 1st, his ERA has been 7.83. That is garbage.
No, yeah.
That is not going to work. I don't know if he's going to be on this team for next season at all, but we'll see. I mean, he's a good story. He came from independent baseball leagues. I think he was with some Chicago independent baseball team, I believe, and someone saw him, some White Sox scout saw him and said, hey, you should come try out for us, and he made the team, and he's a good story, but he's just not putting together right now. Rick Porcello pitched 6 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks. Again, as we said, the Sox never take walks, and 6 strikeouts. Viciedo went 2 for 3. Connor Gillespie 2 for 4, hit his 7th home run. And Gordon Beckham went 1 for 3, hit his 2nd home run, and he's now hitting 340 on the season. We talked about how he's got that high average but not power to show for it.
Yeah.
This is now his 2nd home run in, I believe, the past 3 or 4 games. So he's starting to show signs of some power. Cubs got crushed yesterday, 13-2 by the Angels. After they hit 5 home runs the day before, they allowed 5 home runs yesterday. Samardzija got hammered. He allowed 9 earned runs and 4 2/3.
Yeah, Samardzija, the Valpo native, his ERA is up to 4.06. Albert Pujols and Josh Hamilton go back in the 5th. But the big news for the Cubs yesterday, Chris Bryant, the 2nd overall pick, signs with the Cubs. The deal is for $6.7 million, the highest for a draft pick this year. He took a physical on Wednesday, and the deal will officially be announced tomorrow, Friday. Jed Hoyer expects him to begin in short A ball in Boise, Idaho, before moving to Kane County. Bryant, 21 years old, led college with 31 home runs at San Diego, and 30-run home runs at the college level. Right now, with those bats.
Yeah, those composite bats.
Yeah.
Take out so much of their power now.
Right, exactly. And for him to hit 31, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's good that they signed him. I know he was looking for over the 6.7. The Cubs were looking to pay 6.
Yeah.
The slot recommendation was around 6.7. So pretty much they paid him what the recommended slot should have been, or close to. They were trying to lowball him, but he didn't take it.
The Cubs, I feel like they're going to do a TCM. You know what a TCM is?
I have no idea. You asked me earlier, and you wouldn't tell me what it was. When
TCM is a typical Cubs move. They bring guys in way too early. They did it with Mark Pryor. They did it with Kerry Wood. They bring in guys in the minors up too early. I think they did it with Starlin Castro.
Yeah, but Pryor and Wood had a lot of success in the beginning.
And then what? In the beginning, yes. What have they done later in their careers?
Yeah, but you're saying if they had those same innings in the minors, they wouldn't have got injured?
No, I'm saying they bring guys up too early. They just put them right in the starting rotation. Boom, go 7, 8 innings every time. They need to bring them into the bullpen first, I believe, and then slowly bring guys in.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Dusty Baker definitely had something to do with overpitching them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I don't know. I think they would have gotten injured either way, because they seem to have never been able to recover. I mean, Wood did a little bit,
right?
But Pryor.
I just hope with Chris Bryant they're safe with him. Careful. He's a big name guy. You gotta carefully bring him up.
Yeah, hopefully they don't push him so far ahead like Courtney Hawkins with the Sox. They pushed him to high A ball at 18 years old, and he's been having an awful season outside of like 16 home runs.
Right.
He's batting like 180 something. Has almost 100 strikeouts in 60 games.
Wow.
Yeah, he's striking out at like 45% clip, which is amazing.
You got to start guys early, single A, double A. That's how you got to bring them up.
Especially the high schoolers. You might as well give them 4 years. You don't have to push your high school kids to high A and then double A and triple A and get them in by the time they're 20 or 21. Not everyone's going to be a Manny Machado, Mike Trout, or Bryce Harper.
Right.
So The Cubs play St. Louis again tonight at 7:05 on Comcast Sportsnet. The matchup is Edwin Jackson versus the Enigma Jake Westbrook. And as I said, the Sox are playing right now. They were winning 5-3 last we looked at the TV over in the other room. So we're going to take a break real quick. We'll be back with the Sports Jam on WJOB AM 1230. Make sure if you want to call us, it's 845-1100 if you got anything to say about fights in any sporting events that you played in. Let us know about your brawl stories and not your dueling from Aaron Burr, Alexander Hamilton, Joe the K.
I walk in the air between the rain through myself and back again.
Welcome back to the Sports Jam here on AM 1230 WJOB. It is 2:14 in the region. Beautiful day outside.
Beautiful day. I got to mow some lawns today. It's so nice out. Although I'm going to be limping around.
Sounds fun.
With my toe.
Don't you have a softball game?
I do. I also have 2 softball games, so I'll be DHing, hitting, and limping to first, and then taking off for a pinch runner.
There you go. In the Hammond Times today, East Chicago star running back Martavius Carter has agreed to commit with the NIU Huskies. That's Northern Illinois. The 6'2", 182-pounder committed Wednesday. He's a running back. Did a great job last season. He rushed for 1,200 yards, 19 touchdowns, caught 8 passes, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. And also on defense, he was the second leading tackler with 123. Carter was the first team Times All-Area selection on defense as a junior. Rod Carey, the NIU head coach, believes he will but use him as a running back. I think that's a great idea.
One of their options as a running back.
Yeah, and these kids choose at college early. I mean, we saw it with Jalen Robinson earlier this week. I think it's good for them to pick a school early so they can relax during their senior year and just play their game.
That's what I think a lot of baseball players miss out on, is that they sometimes get drafted out of high school and they don't get to have the college experience.
Right.
So it's pretty cool that, in football, obviously, you have to play college first to get drafted. And then in the NHL, I think that's the best of both worlds, where you can get drafted out of high school but continue to play in college,
right,
or in Sweden or wherever you're playing. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's good that these athletes get to experience some college before they go off into making millions of dollars in the pros. So Deadspin posted a video today of a fan at a Nationals-Phillies game last night. He got his head dented in by an Anthony Rendon home run. It was a line shot right over the wall. And you could see in the video that he is going for the ball and apparently misses it, and it hits him right in the dome piece.
Right.
And he's just holding his head, leaning down, holding his head, and all the fans are kind of like, ooh, kind of scared for him. Have you ever come close to catching a home run ball with either your mitt or your forehead?
I have not, but I was at a Cubs game my senior year. A couple of buddies of mine from Griffith, we went to a game, batting practice. There's balls just flying all over the place. And a little girl got hit in the head. And it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen, almost. And luckily she came back in around the 4th or 5th inning, the bandage around her head, and watched the rest of the game with her dad. So
that's the danger. Have you ever gone to a game early enough to see batting practice and people catching the home runs on the outfield?
Yeah.
I got a story. My buddy and I went to a Sox game a couple of years ago, and we decided to go early. I'd never gone and watched batting practice before. It was against the Twins. We went in the outfield, and there was one ball. I mean, we got a few balls that just stragglers that landed in the bleachers that we ran over and got. One ball finally coming right for me. I got my glove ready and everything. There's no one. I mean, I wasn't in a crowd. There were a couple people around me, but I'm like, this is mine. I reach out for it. As the ball's coming, a guy next to me, without a glove or anything, pushes down my mitt, closes it, and catches the ball with his bare hand on top of my mitt.
Oh.
He trapped it on the top of my mitt.
Nice.
And it killed my thumb.
Yeah.
Because my thumb was right there. And I look at my mitt because it hurt so bad. I'm like, I had to have caught that. I look at my mitt. It's gone. He's next to me just with his arm in the air holding the ball. I said, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was impressive that he was able to close my mitt
Right.
and use that as, to trap it with his hand into my mitt and then take it. It was incredible, but I was real mad.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry. First of all, I was like, oh my God, my thumb. Like, that hurts so bad. And then I'm looking for the ball, and I see this guy next to me. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, oh my God.
It happens.
Yeah. I also got a foul ball a few years ago. Joe Creedy hit one. It landed in some.
That wasn't a few years ago.
It was okay. It was probably 6. It was probably 6 years ago, and it went in the stands and it slowly rolled down, and everyone's looking for it, and I just see it rolling down to me, and I just put my mitt down because right in my mitt.
Nice.
Turned around like nothing happened.
Nice.
It was pretty cool. I also saw a foul ball hit at Oilman Stadium in Whiting, and it was, the cars are all parked behind home plate.
Right.
It was a foul ball straight up over the stadium, landed on some guy's windshield.
Ooh.
Just like you see those decals, just half a ball stuck in a windshield.
Yeah.
That's what it was like.
Nice.
So whenever I go to Oilman games, I always be cautious of where I'm parking my car.
Park far away.
Yeah, in relation to where the foul balls will be hit. Today is the 10th anniversary of what sport incident, Mike? Do you know? It has to do with a mascot and a notorious Italian sausage hater, Randall Simon.
Ooh. Yes, the famous Randall Simon swinging the bat at the sausage mascot in Milwaukee during, the 7th inning, I think they run around?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think the 7th inning stretch is when they run around.
Yeah.
And he just pulled a bat out from the dugout. I think he was on the Pirates at the time.
Yes,
right?
Yeah, he was.
And he just took a left-handed hack right at the mascot's head.
Yeah.
Luckily, the mascot's about 7 foot tall, so he hit, the space in between the girl who was in the costume and the top of the mascot. So she didn't get hit in the head, but she took a tumble.
Right.
And other sausages fell over her in a sausage pileup.
I remember that. And then later on, when he was on with the Cubs, they were playing the Brewers, and Cub players were holding Randall Simon back. Well, he had a bat in his hand, being funny, but it was kind of
he got fined $2,000 and suspended for 3 games for that. Ooh. All right, so let's take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll talk some headlines. Manny Ramirez back in the sports news. Bruins goalie Tuukka Rask getting a big deal, and the Blackhawks Biebergate scandal rages on.
Don't you cry no more.
Welcome back to the Sports Jam here on AM 1230 WJOB. Mike and Joe in studio with you. Got some headlines. Former Colts center Jeff Saturday will be joining the ESPN crew as an analyst on NFL Live.
An analyst or an analyst?
What did I say?
Analyst.
Analyst.
Yeah, they need to get some new people in there because it's always...
There's a lot of big guys in there.
A lot of linemen. Yeah. Manny Ramirez hit his first home run during his American baseball tour. He is playing for the Rangers AAA team Round Rock Express. Do you think he's going to make it back in the league? Do you want him to make it back in the league?
I do not want him to make it back in the league.
I remember when the Sox got him, I was so excited because I figured, he could be a Hall of Famer. He's going to drop some bombs for the Sox.
Right.
Just awful.
Yeah.
Just an awful player for the Sox. I'd like to see him just go away. The Bruins signed goalie Tuukka Rask to an 8-year, $56 million deal. And as you may know, Crawford only has 1 year left on his deal. So I guess that means we could probably say bye to Corey Crawford, because if Tuukka Rask is getting 8 years, $56 million, Crawford's agent is going to be licking his chops, wanting even more than that, because Crawford obviously was the better goalie in the finals.
Right.
So get used to names like Carter Hutton, Erik Karlsson, and newly signed Finnish prospect Antti Ranta, I'm not sure yet. He was voted the MVP of the season and playoffs with a 1.85 goals against average. Looks like we got a caller on the line. We can take this real quick. We only got a few minutes left.
Hey, who's this?
Hello?
Yeah, you're on there.
Hey, I was just wondering what you guys' take on the All-Star game is this year. I was a little disappointed that Scherholtz didn't make it for the Cubs. I think he's having a fantastic year. Just wondering your thoughts.
I don't think I would have put Scherholtz in there. But,
really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
He started off really well. He's kind of drifted away, and he's batting 270-something.
Do you have anyone in mind that you would take out of the game to put Scherholtz in for?
Maybe Travis Wood, to be honest with you.
Really? You think Scherholtz should be the representative for the Cubs?
I think he should have been. That's just my opinion. I thought he was having a nice year for the Cubs, and every team has to have one representative.
Right.
And he would have been my pick.
All right. Well, thanks for the call.
And I had another quick question
okay,
for you.
sure.
What's your take on Rizzo? Do you really think he's going to be what they think he's going to be?
I hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
He's hasn't been good all year. Neither has Castro.
Well, with the Castro, I got to be honest with you. I would dangle him for some trade bait.
Yeah.
You've got that. Don't they have that Baez or whatever?
Yeah, Javier Baez.
In the minor leagues or something. Because Castro, his head just isn't in it.
Yeah, but I mean, there's been talk about maybe moving him over to second base when Baez comes, or maybe even third base.
Outfield, even. Yeah. Left field when Soriano leaves.
Yeah, because there's something not right there.
He doesn't have, as Hawk would say, the will to win.
Yeah, really. All right, guys, I'm just curious, man.
Okay,
thank you.
Thanks for the call. I'd like to go in more depth about that, but we only have 3 minutes left. We've been told we got to get out right at 2:30 because we got some important flashbacks that need to be played. So, maybe we'll talk about that next time if should have tomorrow if it should have been Shearholtz or not. And one more quick Blackhawks news: they released a statement on the whole Biebergate fiasco going on right now. As expected, they did not blame him, and they actually stood up for him, saying that he was very apologetic when he was told to get off of the logo, and that it happens all the time. They said celebrities come in all the time, and they stand on the logo not knowing, and then someone says, "Oh, get off," and then they do. So,
but Bieber is from Canada. He's a hockey fan. He should have known. You don't step on the logo of any team in locker rooms.
Yeah, but
this is just a Blackhawks rule because I've seen it all over the league.
Most, if not all, teams have that sort of thing. If you've ever seen the movie Goon,
right?
He steps away from the Halifax logo.
What's the guy's name? Lafleur or something.
Laflamme.
There we go.
Yeah. That's a great movie, by the way.
Yes,
the Goon, good hockey movie, funny movie with Sean William Scott.
Yeah.
And Liev Schreiber is the bad guy in that movie. Or not the bad guy, but the goon, the main goon, the old goon, the veteran goon who teaches all the tricks.
Right.
So that's a pretty good movie.
Big battle at the end, big brawl.
Anyway, so I think the fact that it's Justin Bieber is why people are so mad about this. I think if it was like cute Sean Johnson walking in and stepping on it, the Olympic gold medalist taking pictures, and they would say, "Oh, get off." She'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know." And then everyone would be like, "Oh, poor, she's so cute. She didn't know better."
Right.
Harmless mistake.
It's because
everyone that doesn't love Bieber absolutely hates Bieber, including us.
Exactly.
So I think that's kind of the reason why it's such a big deal.
Yeah, nobody likes Bieber, so.
Well, some people do, but they either love him or hate
they're
him.
like 8 and 9 year olds.
Right? Yeah, so they don't count, right?
Yeah. Right.
Maybe Sam loves Bieber.
I'm
Throwing
sure
out that T Swift reference last time about being 22 or whatever that song is.
I'm sure Sam loves Justin Bieber. We will find out next week.
Yeah, we'll definitely find out on Monday. Which I won't be here Monday or Tuesday, so it'll be Sam and Mike Monday, Tuesday. I'll be back Wednesday, and their Sports Jam will continue. So that's going to do it for us today. The date is July 11th. It is Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow for the end of the week. Obviously, that's how weeks work.
Obviously.
And that's going to do it for us. I'm Joe Rourke, Mike Zajac.
And Region Flashbacks coming up next. The afternoon fix from 4 to 6 in the back room. Big George and Larry the K. Keep it right here on AM 1230 WJOB.